Right now, vehicles like the IED fighting machine known as the Buffalo are parked in a long row at White Sands Missile Range. Used in the movie Transformers as Bonecrusher, it's a sign that the base is active in a real-life war in Afghanistan. Lieutenant Colonel James Koeppen is battalion commander of the 2nd Engineer Battalion stationed here.
They've saved countless lives. I don't know how many detonations this particular vehicle family has taken in Iraq and Afghanistan and how many lives it saved, but you'll see them when you're overseas, and the black marks from where bombs have gone off, but all it does just leaves a black mark. And sometimes it'll separate the engine compartment, but the crew's okay.
These vehicles and the men and women behind them have proven indispensable in the new type of wars fought in Iraq and Afghanistan, where cell phones and toys become bombs.
They use their eyeballs, and the government spent a lot of money on a lot of technology on how to find these bombs.
Improvised explosive devices are homemade bombs that represent well over half of coalition deaths in those countries. The bomb used at the Boston Marathon is considered an IED. They're not considered part of conventional warfare, and here's why.
We don't put roadside bombs out there because they're indiscriminate killers. They don't know, a lot of them are victim operated, so tripwire or a pressure plate. Anybody driving any type of vehicle or even walking dismounted could set off a roadside bomb. So we don't engage in those types of tactics.
This missile range has been here in the desert since the first atomic bomb was tested. And battalions have been through here across the years, in the 1980s and right now. But that's all about to change.
The details of that plan have yet to be published, but by the beginning of fiscal year 2017, we expect this battalion to have departed White Sands Missile Range.
The number of troops in the battalion is a small portion of the around 9,000 people that work here, but they have a big impact on the base.
I'm ready to bring the 200 plus soldiers that are deployed back. It's not fun to have soldiers forward deployed and be back, and I know their families want them back, and they're getting close towards the end of their deployment. They're doing a great job. They're doing outstanding things for the Afghan government and the people that are there. But yeah, as a commander, I'm always ready for them to come home.
As for the future of the battalion, it's been around a long time, so it likely won't just go away.
We have a history that goes back to the Civil War and every conflict since then. The Philippine insurrection, World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korea, and the photo behind me is a rendering of a very significant event in the Korean War when the battalion had to burn its unit colors before it was overtaken by the Chinese army. So there's a lot of history in this battalion. Our soldiers are very proud of their history, and we're happy that we're going to be able to continue on with that history, not at White Sands, but serving the nation somewhere else.
This drawdown signals a real close to the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, but it's a reminder that the world will never be the same after 2001.
It's been hard on our families because all these soldiers have been gone almost every other year for a long time, 4 or 5 deployments, and it's taken a toll on the Army as a whole and our families, but we're better for that because the lessons we've learned have made us a better Army. So I think what we're going to see is we're going to downsize a little bit, but again, we're still going to have more people than we did before 9/11.
Sloan Patton, KRWG News, White Sands Missile Range.